Well, it's not exactly the most exciting start screen, but it'll have to do. Indie Smash TV main game Vampire Survivors. 2-hour trial on the clock. I never tried this or any other survival style game, but I did play a lot of top-down shoot 'em up arena style games like Crimson Land, Smash TV, and was Crackdown one, or was that a different one? But I've never played this or Halls of Torment or anything else, so I'm gonna play this. Let's begin. Antonio Belpasse. We'll have to do a couple cues. What are the controls? So this is, I think, one thing that I might have learned about the game. It kind of attacks automatically, and I'm just controlling. So I want to aim at these guys. It's a little bit loud. I'm going to have to adjust that. I don't like the fact that it attacks automatically and I can't control it. But that's about all I know. You play. Let's just. Much better. Let's just touch down. Just take it down a notch. Then we'll really get into a groove. It sounds pretty bitchin' already, you know? I wish I could attack manually, though. I don't know why it's not. So what happens is the game runs automatically and attacks automatically. And after you get enough experience automatically, then you can manually select the upgrade that you want. So I'm going to select the upgrade, and then we'll go back to automatically fighting. But basically, that's all I need to know so far. I just move around with a D-pad and/or analog, and he attacks rather slowly. So maybe we can see if we can get something up to DPS per second on this guy and attack a little bit more. Level up. High damage, high area scaling, fires one more projectile, generates damaging zones. And another thing you want to think when you're going about this leveling up scheme is you want to be building toward a certain strategy. So it's not good to just spread it out wildly. You want to focus. So I don't know what type of attack style I want yet, but we'll find out and then we can hone in on it. While I'm paused here, is there anything underneath? Is this the best spot for the camera? Maybe we should, maybe we'll lower it a little bit. Move it down here. And then I can see all the heads-up display. High damage, fires one more projectile, generates damaging zones. They all seem... Increase your luck for a chance to get 4 choices. What do I think? Fires one more projectile. Do I have to aim? Maybe we'll start doing the damage control now. Maybe we'll start doing the damage control now. And then it can see up in the top left. In the top left, those are my attacks thus far. And I don't really know what's in the level 2. Maybe this was made to attack automatically because kids would be playing on their cell phone, so all they could really do was tap to... All they could really do was tap to move around, and the attack kind of had to auto-aim. I don't like that he's not automatically aiming, though. You know? So then collecting the blue gems is what's getting me my levels up. Fires one more projectile base area. This isn't base area up 20, because it's kind of small. High damage, high area scaling. But the thing is that a different weapon? Because this little whip is kind of wimpy. And then fires one more projectile. Let's go all in on this and see how I like it. I can't really manually aim anything. So I have to time aiming it. Like, I have to aim right in time and wait for him to strike. As opposed to trying to manually unleash this shit. So maybe what I want to do is just walk up and down. Because these attacks are whiffing. So I'm spending a lot of time, wasted time, moving toward gems, and I'm not really aiming at an enemy when it's his time to attack. So this attack is kind of no good. I need like a burst around me, so when I'm walking in one direction, he can be firing in another. Another thing about this is, I was trying to route them up and down so they can fall into my blade. Maybe I'll try that. So far, this Santa water sucks. Effect lasts 5 seconds longer, base damage of 10. But it doesn't even fall on where the enemies are anyway. And the enemies are all following me. So I need an attack that tracks with me and attacks all around me. Not falls randomly where they were. They're walking away from me. Shield from damage when active. I like that. Reduce increasing damage by 1. Increase retaliatory damage. Let's do, I'm going to do the shield. Well, we'll do the armor. It's just that, see, like, look, I want to walk this way, but there's no enemy that way. Oh my god, what the fuck? It's a swarm. See, like, I want to move around the map, but is there a way to make him move in one direction and aim in another, or is that too cheap? Fires at the nearest enemy, raises inflicted damage by 10. Gotta go 10% damage. Look at these guys. So there's a little bit of a vertical hitbox up above him. Aiming the hitbox up and pushing through these guys, because he's gonna die. But it looks like these level gems stay on the field, so I don't have to worry about them going away. All base damage up, you have to. I think I'm going to use the analog stick because it's better to just kind of maneuver around. So I guess the vampires are the bats, and I'm trying to survive them. Because you want attacks that are going to aim at the enemies when you're walking away from them. It doesn't really help you. Treasure found. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. My treasure. Okay, I got 11 gold. I know what that means. I mean, I'm gonna be dead here soon. Yeah, thanks. And drop me back to the action. Can't even fire my weapon. Whoa! It's double back. Doubles back. Alright. Now can we just get some work done here? Oh, those guys don't die in one hit. So now I'm attacking behind myself and I can actually use a fast maneuver. Do I have any speed? None of the buttons work, they don't do anything. Now I want to be remembering to pick these... Oh shit, I'm dead. Pick these blue things up. Alright, so I'm learning. Well, I don't want to quit, I want to retry. Hide achievements, done. What is this all about? Fine, I'm done. Alright, so I'm pretty down. That's pretty fun. What does power up mean? What does power up mean? I have 200 gold, 200 gold, 300 gold. So maybe you can raises damage, inflicted damage by 5% per rank. Are these permanent upgrades? I don't think I'm ever going to use those. And then you can refund. Okay. So basically, I like this idea. So you can do runs to collect gold and then buy permanent upgrades. Or maybe it's just an upgrade for your next run. Maybe it's just an upgrade for your next run and then you lose and die. What are my collection, the powers I've gotten so far? And what about the unlocks? Okay, some challenges. I like this idea, simple and sweet. Let's go again. I don't like his starting weapon though, so maybe I can unlock a new character? See, I don't like this idea where he's kind of wasting. He's kind of like wasting all this time. Orbits around the character, yes. Bibliotech. And see, when they're beneath me, it doesn't really work. Maybe the up and down strategy works. Do I want to collect these, Maybe I want to keep them all in the same area, not carry straight too far. Fires one more projectile, fires at nearby enemy. High damage, high area scaling. Maybe I'll just try Bible. There you go. Christian man. I don't know, I think even the idea of vampires and monsters, I don't know, is that, I guess Christians believe in demons. I don't know if they believe in monsters. It's a stupid thing to say. Can't even believe I said that out loud, it's so dumb. Let's get this guy. Oh. But he's a strong bat. He's not dying. Alright, I have these. Alright. So, character moves faster, raise inflicted damage. I'm a damage main. He moves fine enough. So maybe we want to get out of the fray, but we still need to use these. This is like if Yngwie Malmsteen scored Castlevania. I guess a lot of those old... This isn't old, but it's certainly based off an old concept. But a lot of these NES games, they certainly had a tremendous amount of classic influence because most people who wrote music for old games were composers in an ancient fashion. So there was a lot of, what do they call that? Baroque classical influence on the soundtracks to a lot of old games. It was also the style at the time. Shred metal and, oh, I should be aiming at the big horns. Was I saying shred metal, you know, and speed metal were the style in the 80s when those Nintendo NES games are coming out, those Atari games are coming out? Wow, 500 gold. That's a lot. Knife. Fires quickly in the face direction. I kind of already attacked in the direction. Let's just keep going K-Bible. Wow, a lot of them. Shields from damage. Base damage up by 5. We'll do damage. We'll do big damage. So now, I need to get out of here. Fires one more. Let's just keep doing Bible. So now I sort of have a vertical hitbox to damage these guys when I'm around them. And I'm hitting behind my back also. So, hitting behind your back and then also hitting up above is going to be critical. See, look, I'm not afraid to walk through here because I have attacks, but I tanked them, but it wasn't really worth it. So now what else? All base damage, base area up by 10, base damage up by 5. We'll do all damage. We'll do all damage. Because you want to kill guys to create room for you to move. So now I'm going to start maneuvering back over here where I have all my power-ups. And once you clear a path around that blue spot, you really want to take advantage of the cleared path and grab the blue levels up. Otherwise, you kind of wasted your time. See, look, I roped them around, grab the spot, and then now I'll start moving over here, grab the more level ups. Got the Bible protecting my top. Get some chicken. I got the whip going in my back. The wind in my hair. The whip to my back. Base area up, base damage up. Fires at nearby enemy, fires quickly in face direction. I think I just like this damage. If you can kill him, because that's what's going to clear the way, that my whip is going to eliminate these dudes. That's really critical. Where my Bible's at? Yo, where my Bible's at? Yeah, Bible's tight. I love the Bible. So you can see that I'm surviving longer. I'm trying to survive these vampires. There's not just one, there's multiple, plural. Now we got some ghosts coming in. I guess in a way this kind of is like Gauntlet, where there's these big hordes of enemies. But the thing is, there's not also dungeons where you have to go down. Gauntlet was really a very intricate game, and it had many sequels bridging into 2D and 3D. So in Gauntlet, there was like dungeons one screen at a time. You could pick one of 4 characters. Usually the wizard and the archer were good because they had projectiles, but they were very weak, spongy. So then there was a slew of enemies just in that one floor, and what you wanted to do was either get power-ups, get keys, unlock doors, and then go down further into the dungeon. So you would be like narrowly escaping the most horrifically strong enemy, kind of like in Pac-Man, running away from him. And then you'd go down to the dungeon floor and be like, whew, that was close. And then from Gauntlet, they made a multitude. Like, more 3D action attacking style games and less tough dungeon crawling. But I wonder if Gauntlet set the stage for roguelike games like Rogue and also NetHack, which I talk about a lot. Again, inventory management, leveling, spelling, and dungeon crawling, dungeon diving. So where am I now? I'm still going high damage with Bible. All base damage up. Base damage up. I think all base damage up by 10 is better than just a stupid whip up by 5. So now I'm trying to deal with these ghosts. The ghosts I can tell are getting faster, so maybe speed is a decent way. And you know something? Now that I'm playing it for a while, it's nice to just focus on movement and not have to think about smashing attacks. And because I have the whip behind me, it's not a big deal to walk away rather than having to turn towards the enemies and aim at them. But there's a lot of stuff over there that I just left. And I'm curious if there are walls in the arena, or, you know, like if eventually you'll find the edge of the map. Oh, it's pushing me in. Can I fight these guys? Look, it's pushing me in. I don't know if I can beat those dudes. Uh-oh. Hey, this is bogus. I'm trapped here. Plants and praying mantis. Okay. So, I might be... Generates damaging zones. I think water's whack. High damage, high area scaling, fires at nearest enemy. What do you think? Try one or try... The high damage is what's attracting me. So I'm going to do Axe. And we see in the upper left corner, I still have... Let's take these guys out in here. I still have Bible, Axe, and the Whip. Hey, they disappeared. Now that all these guys died, I'm going to sneak through here and grab all my old... I'm going to grab all my old towers. Look, so I walked in there and grabbed that. So it seems like some of these dudes got deleted. So it seems like some of these guys got deleted. It's almost like it realized that I got close enough. I don't know, it sort of eliminated the bats and the zombies and all of a sudden became plants. I wonder how that worked, if it had to do with leveling up or if it had to do with just getting to a new zone. So I'm gonna keep going Bible, and I might try and get some movement speed up, because some of these new enemies, I can tell that they're getting like a little bit faster. So let's see here. Don't get distracted by the level ups. It's still, you know... I'll try and whipsaw these guys. Another treasure. So I'm getting a lot of coins. Like I said, I don't know if that's just to buy upgrades for the next run, or if they're permanent. And you can always undo them, but I think I'm going to stick... It's going to be a no-coin run. It's going to be a no-coin run. Triple Bible, King James Version. See, they're dying slower and I'm not leveling up as fast. But I get the vertical hit. So, the whip has a little bit of a high hitbox. I'm trying to sneak some of these coins in. Because if you just kill these guys and don't level up, that's not really worthwhile. So we're going to go, rather than going left and right, I think going vertical is the strat. Because then you can kind of maneuver out and grab the little level up. But then again, you're not going to attack as many of the enemies with each hit, because the hits are more horizontal than vertical, and less vertical. This soundtrack has not gone over. It's tight. And I don't really want to waste my attacks only hitting one enemy at a time. I want to hit a lot of enemies at a time. But I don't think that I like this this axe fall. I don't think I like that axe fall. All damage up. I'm stuck here. It kind of is in a little bit way like a shoot 'em up, because you're sort of maneuvering around. Don't die to these guys. Let's try and get up a little bit. Oh, fuck, I'm just swarming. Wait a minute, what happened? I got stuck on a tree. Alright, King James Bible. The levels up are going a little bit slower, but I guess I just got one. Yeah, that axe seems really shitty. I'm walking into guys now. Losing my focus. wish you could cut the trees down. It's almost like a, kind of like a SimCity style game. You can just see that top-down view. This electric guitar hits. So now what? Axe is kind of weak, but maybe... Because I don't know where its trajectory is going. It, like, pops out from me and kind of falls down. I wonder if they got these weapon ideas from Castlevania. It's not like, you know, Holy Waters and Crucifixes were so original. People knew how to kill Dracula way back in the Stone Age. Base damage up by 20, base area up. What do you think, more whip? Base area up by 10. I think the area is very good. I'm doing the whip. I mean, that's my staple go-to. That kind of was bullshit because I saw the swarm and I was going up and away, and it's like, I can't get out of the way fast enough. So then maybe I need to start thinking about movement speed. What do you think? Maybe I need to start thinking about movement speed. Because I couldn't really get up and away. I saw that swarm and I thought, I think this is a fucking deathmatch, dude. I'm done. You know, I'm done. I'll go again. Where's this? Oh, start with a different weapon and you can buy them? Why don't I do that? Gain 10% more experience every 5 levels. What does this guy do? Gain 10% more damage every 10 levels. 10 more experience every 5 levels. Projectiles get 10% faster every 10 levels. Projectiles. And permanent +1 projectile, all weapons. I'm kind of more curious about their starting weapon. So what is this? Let me buy characters. Let me buy characters. And see what their starting weapons are. Uh-oh, this was a terrible idea. This was a terrible idea because the projectile is going to auto-aim. This is terrible. The projectile is going to auto-aim, but the enemies are in motion, so it's going to miss most of the time. Look, like right there I just fucking said. This sucks. I need a weapon that's going to be close. This is no good. I need a weapon that's going to be close. This is no good. I need a whip. Rune Tracker, base damage up. Let's see how shitty this gets. I mean, maybe if I had multiple. And every character could basically get a projectile just with 1 level up. It's not that big a deal. Unless you knew... like, your build is dependent on this projectile. Your build is dependent on this projectile, so you're like, I'll suck it up during the early levels and just play for the projectile, and then I'll get my necessary upgrades later. But you don't know what upgrades you're gonna need. This is trash. You don't know what... This is... And there's 7 guys right in front of me, and she's aiming off the screen. Garlic, damage nearby enemies reduces resistance to knockback. I guess. Oh. So maybe this is your new adjustment. I mean, the range is kind of weak. I think just the basic whip is the best. I think just the basic whip is the best. How long did I play the last run? It was only 8 minutes. It felt like forever, in a good way. So maybe this garlic slows him down. I don't know. I don't like this projectile. It's not really going anywhere. I could get the whip, but what fun is that? Chance to freeze enemies in time. Let's just get some weird shit. Maybe different characters get different bonuses? I'm dead already! I looked off the screen for 1 minute and I'm dead. Fuck projectiles. That's no good. That's no good. Start. He has a projectile. Why is he 550 to buy and this guy's only 11? Buy. And then start. Another projectile, but it's faster. Hell of a lot faster. And I get more experience. So, what's the deep level strat here? I think the strategy is you know what type of upgrades you want. So here we go already. I could get the whip. Fire 1 more projectile. Let's emphasis on projectiles. And then you can... So the benefit would be you can walk away, and especially if the projectile's home in, and they attack the close enemies. Like, this is working because it's attacking the enemy most closest to me. And it's going fast. Yeah, of course, King Bible. It can attack in all directions. It's fast enough to track the enemy. It doesn't really matter if it whips because it fires so fast. So maybe fast projectile is like a nice way to go. It's not as fun and satisfying as melee, but... And it might not do well when the enemies are really swarming in on me, you know? How come these guys aren't dropping anything? Not really getting like a lot of crowds. And you could always upgrade the whip. So maybe it's about what base bonus do you want? Do you want more damage or do you want more upgrades? Because if the levels come faster, maybe you can just get more damage through leveling. But because I'm not killing the enemies fast, it doesn't seem like they're really dropping a lot of stuff. So there's basically your character's stat bonus, the weapon choice, and then the build. Okay. Increase projectile speed. Fuck yeah. Because now they can't get away from my projectiles. But then she's killing people that are far away from me and not really creating a route toward the level up experience drops. But I think this girl is a nice alternative to the guy. See, I'm having trouble kind of clearing a path, but then when it works, it works. Although this is still pretty early in. Oh man, more Bible or more damage? I think just total damage is always... I think total damage is always the best because you're going to kill the enemy, clear space, and get more levels up. See, like, look at this. You just gotta get out of the way. Can't really... What is that red dot? Instant free level up? And you're never gonna be able to get back there. So maybe another strategy is grab the whip early. You just need a whip. And then what determines when I get the backward basic whip? It just comes automatically? That's what she said. Try the wand. Cooldown reduced. Base speed up by 10. What does that mean? I think I have to do it just to see. Wow, I'm faster. Alright. Knockout maneuver those shitty bats. But I'm running away and I'm kind of not clearing, like... So then you gotta... If you have to kind of draw them vertically away from your level up spot. And then go back, move back in on it. So up and down with the projectiles kind of works. Get some coins. You kind of move up and down, kill a lot of them, let them get away, and then circle back around them. And don't really worry about picking up the levels that just dropped. Get the old levels where the enemies are no longer. Grab these levels. Just think about, maybe it is like a shoot 'em up where you just let the game auto attack, and you just think about walking around, and you don't really care about leveling up. She's not really shooting who I want her to shoot, but she's doing a pretty good job, better than the last dude. Augments max health. I think that's useful in a game like this because sometimes you get in precarious situations. Going up by the gravestone. Maybe different areas on the map spawn different styles of enemies. I'm just hypothecating here. I mean, she's certainly holding her own for having a projectile instead of a whip. It benefits you because you can attack farther. It's just you can't really determine the range or the aim, the direction of your attack. I'm stuck. Yeah, that was a bad move. So now I'm just going to go up and down and collect all this old stuff. So then the next question would be, since we're seeing similar spawn types of enemies, what causes that spawn type? Is it my level? Is it time? Is it number of enemies in a wave killed? Because I'm just killing guys and I'm not leveling up. So how am I gonna manage them? Because new enemies are coming in and I'm not really buffing myself to handle these new enemies. Like the new enemy types. I'm just kind of walking around killing. I'm getting swarmed from the top. There's really no other button that does anything. Look, she's aiming at these guys now. I don't have to kill those guys. I'm not collecting anything. But then again, they're all trapped here with me, you know. I'm not trapped with you, you're trapped with me. Level up. All damage up. So if you miss out on a whip early on, and you start focusing on, like, a particular buff style, you're screwed. Because I haven't been offered another whip since I started. Some of the enemies up top, it looks like they disappeared. And that bat doesn't die. 6 hits, he's not dead? And then you think, if the enemy's not going to die, why waste your attacks on them? You want to kill the enemies that are going to die. To clear them off the screen and make them drop something. Drop something, my level up. Sounds pretty cool. So part of what you're doing is just sort of walking away from the guys and going back to where they dropped before. Character gains 8 more experience. To be honest, I'm not getting the experience that fast anyway. I can get the whip, or I can get the Bible. Double Bible is sick. Bible's sick. But it's interesting, like, if you want Bible and garlic, or, you know, if you have a certain combination, but maybe those combinations are hard to get together, or they don't drop together at all, that could be tough. I think you need, so what do you need? You need something that's going to hit close, and you need something that's going to hit above. So you need something that's going to be melee. Like, the whip is so good because it hits in front of you so you can clear the way, and then it's going to hit behind you. You need something to hit behind you so you can walk away. Projectile might be a late game strategy, and you need stuff above you. And something that's going to bounce the enemies back. Look, they're chasing me. You gotta get out. And, like, where are all my level up drops? I'm barely killing any enemies. And you know, one of these projectiles only kills one of the enemies. A whip could kill a whole swarm of enemies. Every enemy in the range of the whip is going to get hit. These projectiles, they disappear. They don't travel through, they disappear. So you can literally only kill one enemy at a time. You're not going to be able to cut through a whole swath of enemies. But then again, I have been doing a good job of managing them. But see, like, I'm not really clearing any of them out. Because it's just 2 projectiles hitting off this one dude. Alright, we got a new enemy, new bad type. She's fucking dead. Yeah, you gotta get some type of melee attack to hit guys in front of you and clear the way. And then also, I'm dead. Because she's just killing one person at a time, and it's somebody I'm walking away from. So it's not like I'm making room to kill a guy and then walk into where they were and collect. Yeah. I'm walking away from them, and it's like, well, the power-up is back there, and I'm going the wrong direction. So she's leveling up kind of slow. And to be fair, I could have given her a whip. But for somebody who's got 30% more experience as a character stat, I'm barely leveling up at all. Because I'm not killing anybody and collecting anything. And then there's one guy in front of you and she shoots behind her. So it's kind of weird. And then the enemies are going to take multiple hits. If you haven't been getting more damage, the projectiles weren't really getting more damage. They were getting more speed. So it's like you're fighting one enemy who's taking multiple hits. You want to kill them, drop them, and that's it. Cooldown reduces incoming damage and shields from damage when active. What does that mean, when active? Because look, these bats are too strong to die. So how am I ever going to level up from these guys? I gotta use the Bible. She's like nowhere close to leveling up and killing anybody else. Man, those swarms come fast. Yeah, I don't think this character's really that strong. But then again, she's surviving, but she's not leveling. And because I'm not leveling up, I'm kind of zoning out. I'm kind of like losing interest in playing as this chick. I think that I like the close-up. Melee combat better. There's a tree there. I'm dead. All right. Let's see what else we can do with another character. So let me see. What about powering up? What do you think? You think it's for wimps? Yeah, I think so. Let's look at what some of the abilities are. Raises inflicted damage. So some of these we've seen. Reduce incoming damage plus retaliatory. Augments health. Recover. Effects for weapons last longer. Projectile speed. And so if you don't have the projectile, you'd probably never get that option as an augment anyway. So if you knew where you wanted to focus, you wouldn't waste time like spreading out your levels up. I think I want to just stick with the base guy who gets the whip, and I want to see like what different routes we take. I know I like Bible. The axe, maybe I could experiment more with that. More projectiles, move speed, item attract range, lucky drops, revive health, increase enemy speed. What? Increases enemy speed. Curse. Gains 10 more gold. Alright, so I don't know. And then collect 20 of 14. Does that include the level 2? Or is it just any of them at all? And then you can see what the powers do. Oh, okay. Coin bag. Treasure. Yeah, whatever. We get it. And then what about this? Reach these. Alright, let's try again. What about this guy? He's got a lot of coins. I think I just want to stick to my base dude. He sort of is the best starting class. Because that whip just goes so far, it like takes care of a lot. And it kind of hits above him. Just doesn't start out as useful as it needs to be. Bombards in a circling zone. Yeah, okay. Let's try this one. Whoa, what the fuck? That's like... Is that extremely good? Bombards. And see, look, then you can turn behind you. This is like the kind of thing that would be on, you know, Newgrounds Arcade or some Flash website. What do you think? Get garlic early? I think so. You need something that's gonna hit around you, including above you. And then you can sort of walk toward guys. Yeah, garlic, dude. Look, it's taking care of the bats. And then you can use the whip for heavier enemies. And you get a little bit of a vertical hitbox going on. Get a coin bag. You can just kind of walk into bats. fire wand fires at a random enemy, but the whole not being able to aim it is really a problem. I just want more damage. Damn it, you son of a bitch. Those blue bats are really fucked up. Hey, he's not... Hey! You're not looking to the left! What the fuck? I was getting stick drift. I kept walking left and then he would turn back to the right. It's useless. Getting stick drift. I think this is pretty tight. It's interesting. I don't know where this bird is shooting. Look at all these bats. They can't even stand it. Can I just stand still in that swarm? That'd be crazy. Max health, shield, reduces damage, increases retaliatory damage. I think I'll just do max health. That might be a smart move. Early on. I don't want to just stand still and let them fly right into the garlic and then get wrecked and realize it didn't do enough damage, but it seems pretty good. It can at least handle these bats. I don't want to walk so fast. What do I think? I can just walk so fast. Wow. You can just walk into them. All damage up, right? All damage up. You can just walk into them. They die so quick. So basically, bats are done. Bats are no longer a threat. Base projectile. Chance to freeze enemies. Didn't I do that and it only worked like once? Fire one more projectile. Sure, I've got this bird. So garlic level 1 completely handles bats. So you need a whip, you need garlic. What else do you need? Look, show me where I'm taking damage. You can't even do it. You just walk right into them. That's fucked up. Fire one more projectile. Is that what this is? So you have to upgrade your whip to make it hit twice. Alright. Because I was like, when is that happening? Yeah, this seems like the kind of sort of mindless browser game that you would have played, you know, to infinity in middle school. What is that? Whoa. Fire breathe all over these dudes. No, don't get hit. I might do max health. But I need to upgrade my health. Shit. So then maybe it's worth hitting these pillars to see if I can get some chicken. Or maybe chicken doesn't drop from there. Alright, don't get distracted by the one single coin. Who cares? Oh boy, ghosts. Let me head back this way and see if I can get some of my level up powers. And now I can walk away and these guys are getting hit behind me. It's pretty critical. Look at that treasure found. Give me those coins. I think it's cool. Does it fit on a console game? I mean, what do you think? Well, compared to a phone, I don't really understand how you play this on a phone. Would you just tap where you want to move, or do you have to use that virtual analog stick? I don't like this. More max health, but I'm not getting healed. Base damage for the whip. So now the enemies are becoming a little bit more sporadic and less like groups, but they have more health, so I'm not really killing them. There you go, chicken. Give me that shit. That stupid bird is shooting like nobody. Just leave the health there, and we'll kind of manage it. Multiple healths. All right, I'm hanging out here. Draw them away. Let me just get it down. Because it looked like it was only like a 15% or about 10, 15, 20% health power up. So I figured, fuck it, I'll just get it. So I think even that bird is just kind of doing it like somewhat automatically. And then you don't worry about those surrounding plant monster things because they just disappear after a while. I want to stick to the group that it's already on the screen. Okay, I have garlic, I forgot. Base damage up, projectile, base damage up. I think base damage. I'm kind of abandoning my strategy of only going up and down, but I think that's the best strategy. Because you can just, like, route everybody and circle around back to where you killed them before. There's just sort of, like, levels dropped everywhere. They're already there. With the power of the PlayStation 5's solid-state drive, they can remember where her fucking level of power is. Oh yeah, and I have garlic, so you can kind of, like, temperately hit these guys. So you really want to get levels as fast as possible. As much as possible. This is fun. I don't know if it's this game or streaming, but I'm having a blast. Kind of get in the zone and just focus. So in the way that it's sort of like a shoot 'em up. In shoot 'em up games, it's not always about aiming and fighting and shooting. Sometimes it's just about flying through the danger zone and trying to weave your way through all the projectiles that are coming at you. Especially when what started out as sort of a spin-off genre became the norm. Bullet hell shoot 'em ups are pretty much the only kind that even exist now. Because I guess regular shoot 'em ups were too easy. Like originally the horizontal and vertical. The horizontal ones were always like the score attack ones where they wanted to make a level. And then the vertical scrolling ones were just sort of like move back and forth and shoot and get a high score. So the horizontals were the levels and the verticals were the high scores. And then when they became bullet hell and it's like everything's on the screen at one time, it's like how do you like a thimble thread through this storm of damage? And then from there it became, okay, let's get more gimmicks like we've got a shield in front of us, you can switch color, you can envelop the bullets in a ring and throw them back. And then they started seeing boss fights. And so scrolling shooters was kind of like an automatic scroll shooter compared to Contra or Mage Man, or like run and gun horizontal shooters. So this is kind of reminding me of a shoot 'em up. What do I think? Max health. Now, if max health almost is not a bad idea, because if you have health power-ups and you're increasing your total capacity for health, you kind of can get power-ups and stock up more health. But I might just go damage. Maybe it's time to start thinking about health. The capacity. Increase the capacity to survive the vampires. Plural. Oh yeah, and I have garlic. So even garlic level 1 kills bats? That's crazy. And now I want to just focus on these... What are they? Zombies or... ghouls? And you gotta choose somewhere to go. You can't get distracted and be ambivalent. You gotta decide, I'm going this way and I'm sticking to it. So you can clear the distance and make sure to get there. So double whip, garlic, and then damage. What about Bible? Fuck, see, I walked too hard. I didn't need to walk that hard. I'm going up in the course. Maybe I'll go vertically on the map and see what's up here. It looks like a bend. It looks like a bend here, at least mildly. Give me that big, sweet whip action, dude. Let's hit him big. I was hoping it's like you can never tell if they're gonna die. If it takes 2 hits and you don't know if you've hit them once already, You don't really know if they're gonna die or if you have to. And you can't really trust, like, oh, he's gonna die, I can keep walking toward it. You kind of gotta be a little bit cautious. And see, some of these games where it's like, I like games where I can be very aggressive and make my own initiative and just like make it happen. Because it feels like I'm taking action. It's not like that there is action going on. So then those bat swarms, if you have garlic, become like 3 levels up. Base damage? I think so. I think base damage. So yeah, I like games where you can sort of take action and I'm not like looking at the enemies and responding to them. I wanna act and they're gonna respond by dying. Look at this shit. Get out of my way. So this is as far as I've gotten with these heavier bats. It's a chicken. Why is it showing red? Is that like a critical hit? I mean, it's doing a significant amount. Maybe it means that they're specifically weak to my whip. Oh, the trees! The trees! Fuck! I'm dead. I can't get out. I don't know if it's their head or if it's chicken. These guys need to go. The trees! The trees! The trees! Damn, what do you do there? Do I power up? I don't think so. I think power-ups are weak. What about this guy? Why is he 600 now? Why does he cost 600 instead of 5 now? That's fucked up. What happened there? Look at that. Let's try again. So then what's my ultimate goal? Maybe to try different builds and see what you like. So double whip and garlic. Is there a top tier build that everybody uses? And once you know that, the game becomes no fun anymore? King Bible. I'll try Axe. Let's see if this is any good, or if it's total junk, like I thought. So Axe goes up and then falls back down. It doesn't really aim very frequently. It goes up and down. Alright. Not the worst in the world. But I mean, Bible goes up and down all around you, so that's kind of stupid. And Garlic goes up and down at 360 degrees. And then again, you're waiting for it to launch and you're trying to aim it. That's no good. You need the attack to just go. Whip. Fire more projectile. Yeah, double whip is critical. Double whip and garlic. But then what? King James Bible? Once you get a certain power-up, does it eliminate your ability to get another? Like, is it impossible to get garlic and the Bible or something? Or like, you know, can you get multiple projectiles? Like the Star Wand and the Fire Wand? Let's see. Yeah, I almost forgot that I even had this stupid-ass axe. It sucks. It's just no good because... Wait, when it hits an enemy above you, it kind of disappears. So if it hits enough enemies, it disappears. Once it hits like 2 or 3. That's terrible. It needs to cut through all of them and then fall down. Yeah, it sucks. Fire 1 more projectile. Character gains 8 more experience. But it's like almost, once you realize the power-up is no good, it's almost worth throwing the run just to try and level up more. And see what you can get. Like, this axe is terrible. Axe is no good. In fact, I might even just tank it. Well, let's see what the wand is. Let's see what this fire wand is. It's basically the same thing. It just goes up and above. It's no. Okay, it shoots in a direction. 3 fireballs and it goes through somewhere. But again, you don't have much control over it. I think garlic is the way. It's just too good because it eliminates bats. It's free. Free bat kill. I can't really get to level up that quick. That's a chicken. Look, you're like waiting to kill them. What about this? Freeze enemy in time. Let's see if this is any good. It's a beam that shoots out. I mean, that's okay. It's pretty defensive. But it's defensive. It doesn't do any damage. So, I mean, the best defense is a better offense. What am I thinking? I think that this build is lame. I think I don't want to waste any more time with this shitty build, is what I think. That's what I think. So, I'll tell you what else I want to think. Let me try blast process music, and then let me maybe do one more run, and we'll see what's up. Doesn't even fucking sound any different. What the hell does this mean? It doesn't even sound any different. It's like, I don't know. It's like, maybe I didn't even fucking confirm. It's like, I thought it was going to be chiptune instead of electric recording. One more projectile. So what you're looking for is double whip, and then garlic, and then it's your choice from there. I think triple Bible is good, but then you have to do that upgrade 3 times. And maybe, and like I'm saying, I would need to know if you get one power-up, does it lock out other power-ups? It could just be random, that's fine. But, and then the question becomes, if you can play the projectile girl, maybe that's what I'll do also. Try the projectile girl. Try the projectile girl who gets extra experience. Give her a whip. It's how to duty time. Because I'm kind of losing interest. I'm just standing here waiting for him to level up. And you don't know what you're gonna roll. Maybe some people do that. They just re-roll until they get double whip garlic early on. Or if you could pay to get guaranteed drops. Augment, I guess. Or if you know that there are like certain levels up, certain bonuses only appear after like level 10 or whatever. You have to hit a certain level before you can even unlock the option for certain powers, maybe. What is it? So what is his shield? Shields from damage when active, and then it goes away. That's kind of a waste. Look, I'm dead. There's no escaping. Oh, it's just a random shield? That's really dumb. Let me do this. Let me do this. He's dead. What is this terrible sound effect? Yeah, it's just the sound effects, not the music. Fuck that. What else do I want to do? So let's try this girl because she gets more experience. So I'm gonna do her, and then I'm gonna give her a whip, and then we'll see what happens. She's not really cutting in. So let's do Bible. Let's do Bible and try and get a whip ASAP. And you kind of don't want to throw it. This is also the type of thing where it's like, because I'm looking for variety now. I'm not just trying to repeat, you know, the action. I'm getting a little reckless because I'm trying to hurry it up. And you don't want to blow your health like really early. Because you can get in a good situation where your level's up. And then you could blow it because you don't have the health to really make it a good run. Because you blew it already. You blew it too early. So I need that whip. Look at that shit. You try and like walk through them, but it doesn't really work. And then you're waiting for her to... Oh, man. Circling zone's pretty good. Because it, like, does a lot of damage. So the thing with her is, you can't control the projectile where it's aiming. So... it's kind of unpredictable. You can't reliably say, like, I'm gonna walk through this enemy, and I need him to die, and she doesn't shoot him. And for how fast she's supposed to be gaining experience, yeah, I think she's no good. Because you don't need a projectile. She's supposed to gain, like, extra experience. Well, you know how you get experience? If you, killed enemies and leveled up. And you know how you can level up faster? If you can kill enemies faster by getting extra damage. So once again, the most basic default guy is the best. Like, I can't really clear out any of these guys. She's just not killing them fast enough and leveling up with no whip. So then what's the strat? If you get... like, look at this. If you get her, roll for a whip the first level, and if you don't get it, just re-roll. Or you just play the guy and he starts with a fucking whip. I mean, what's so complicated? Alright, I think I've lost interest. I mean, it's fun, but I'm kind of waiting for her to do something, and she's not doing it. I'm kind of waiting for the next level, because it's like, this build doesn't work. You know? So that's the only problem. When you're not using melee, and you're using, projectiles, watch this maneuver. Like, when you're not using melee and you're using projectiles, you're kind of waiting for stuff to happen. You don't take this active approach in aiming the hit. Fires one more projectile, I guess. I don't know. Well, projectile doesn't seem to work very well. I like that at least, there's knockback. So, you know, if they do get hit, it clears the way. But these projectiles kind of go nowhere. They don't really hit much. Yeah, I think melee is just more satisfying. I'm kind of zoning. She kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest, she kind of sucks. It's boring. It's boring. I think the game's fun. I think the base guy is the best with a whip. And I think it's a cool concept. I've never played another game like this, and I didn't know that the attacks were automatic, but it's pretty fun. And it's only, what, $3, $4, $5 with a lot of DLC content packs? Sure, give it a try. See if you can survive the Fire Survivors.